Hello. So I'm gonna talk about location. Um, so this is the module 4. We're gonna talk about location strategy. Okay, and for companies to grow, they need to find the new facility location, whether it's a plant location or distribution center location, or even a storefront for restaurants and then retailers, right? And one of the legendary company, I should not say it's like a very fast growing company, is Amazon. In the last decade, it grew tremendously. And with its growth, it has to actively look for new distribution centers and warehouses locations, right? And as we all know, that Amazon's slogan is that they have fast delivery. So they have a prime service to deliver any point within US within 2 days. So the location choice for their warehouse or distribution center or fulfillment centers essentially has to kind of facilitate that strategic positioning, right? So in this week's slides, you might see these two maps, and you could also click the highlight the link to look at how Amazon expanded in the last decade and to become right now what they can claim that the Earth's largest selection, right? So this is kind of one of the example that related to how company choose their locations. Another kind of relatively easy to understand business case probably is the hotel chain, right? And hotels such as Lucky Day Inn. These are not high-end hotel chain, but it's all for convenience and for easy access hotel chain. So Lucky Day Inn actually, when they select their new hotel locations, they have this very extensive kind of mathematical model, or not purely just mathematical model, but they have a lot of factors, right? And they run regression model to analyze those factors. So they typically start with 35 independent variables and work to refine the regression model. And over the years, as they find out, you can put in many factors in their decision model, but the most relevant 4 factor that indicates the success of a location for the hotel is number 1, price of the inn. Okay, number 2, median income level, and number 3, state population per inn, and then the location of nearby colleges. And they claim that this prediction model or regression model actually accounts 41% of the probability in their business model. Quite interesting, right? So, and when companies are choosing a location for their business use, now depending on this is for manufacturing or for service, the focus is different. For goods producing factory locations, typically we focus more on cost. So there's a tangible cost, and then the intangible, and then future cost, right? So we will look at what are the key factors there. But for service-oriented locations, typically we say they are more revenue focused. Okay, they care about physical quality of the location, and then the cost determined is a factor, but less critical. The number 1 critical factor is always the volume, which is revenue. Or you could also say they are growth mindset, right? Revenue growth focused. So, and also, I want to kind of put emphasis on multi-level hierarchy of the decision-making related to location. For some of the companies that they want to expand globally, so they needed to choose which country and which region, and then finally they decide on which site. So, and making those kind of decisions apparently require different decision model, okay? And then the factors that they considered are also different. One of the interesting phenomenon in location is actually clustering. What is a clustering? Essentially, is company locating their facility closer to their competitors. These are often driven by resources such as natural information or capital or talent, right? And when we talk about winemaking, you quickly will think about Napa Valley and Bordeaux region. Why are they, kind of associated with winemaking? Well, because they have this significant, phenomenal natural resource of a land and a climate that's suitable for winemaking. When we talk about software firms, companies, you naturally think about Silicon Valley, right? Why Silicon Valley? Because there's a talent resource of a bright graduates in science and technology that clustered there. So the clustering effect is also kind of, interesting effect in location. So I hope you will read about those slides and the textbook, and there are 2 more videos that associated with this module, and then there's 2 assignments. I hope you will enjoy this topic.